three. Hey folks, I'm Ted Cantu. Welcome to The Win. And we're in the studio today. This is the Miracle Mindshift show. And we're doing this extended version of the Miracle Mindshift, right? Because there's some miracles pouring in. And I was actually going to only do 100 days, right? 100 days. But I wanted to let this natural flow of energy flow through and actually show you progress, right? Because and there's been some interesting progress. So let's go back to the first one. It's the first episodes I had when I slashed up my hand, right, on some porcelain bowls my mother threw in the garbage around Christmas time. And there's no scars, there's nothing. And if you want to go back and watch that show, you can. I also have some miraculous healing going on a cellular level with a family I worked with. They had plantar's warts. I got rid of my own, but I also got rid of someone else's. And wow, incredible. That's a miracle. In 3 weeks, 3 weeks to a month. And there's no scars or anything. And this poor kid was so afflicted with this stuff. He kind of reminded me of the Elephant Man. I mean, he had tumors on tumors of stuff, decaying skin and everything. And today it's all healed. So all praise to God. It's not just me. It's my knowledge of, juicing and healing, but it's also about, just giving all the glory to God upstairs, because that's where it all is. All right. I'll move this along. Really quickly, why am I wearing this ridiculous coat? It's ridiculous, right? It's been springtime in Michigan, but it's also been a bit of wintertime in Michigan. And because of that, I've been wearing this frumpy, warm, comfortable coat when I go out for coffee or whatever. I'm out, I'm in, I'm out. And I don't always grab my winter parka, but I'll just grab something like this. And it's kind of weird. So as you know, I live in a kind of a racially divided area. A lot of the local people don't like me because I have, dark skin. And that's just the way it is. Southeast Michigan. So my miracle for you is this. Why am I wearing this goofy coat? To show you a story. I was in, I believe it was Walmart a couple days ago, and one of the local boys, truck driver type guys, never, pays any attention to me ever, gave me a compliment and said I had a fantastic sense of style. The hell? I mean, this thing, really? Stylish? You think this looks stylish? Oh my God. Yeah. Look out, runway. Look out, Broadway. Look out, men's fashion show, New York City. Right? Or we're going to have to resurrect 6 Degrees again. And we all know how bad that tastes, right, kids? Anyway, so I just had to tell you that story. It would never happen usually, but I must have this incredible new sense of renewed energy to communicate even to those type of people, which I don't really have too much connection with. That's miracle number one, if you want to look at it. It's a subtle one, but it means my energy is actually being uplifted, right? So hallelujah for that. Praise God. Anyway, getting through this winter, I had some really rough feet, and the winter feet cracking, you need lotion, that sort of thing. I wanted some bag balm. And if you don't know what bag balm is, it's what they put on, I believe they put it on animals. They put it on cows, on their udders. If they've been milked too much, it helps them restore the cracks and heals the skin and all that kind of thing. And I believe that's what it's used for. But you can put it on your feet too, and that's what I was told. Anyway, I wanted some, and it comes in this green can, this green tin, and the tin went missing, so I couldn't find it anywhere. This is really weird. So I'll just tell you what happened. I'm in my office, and I stepped on a thing of bag balm. I now remember buying this. If you can see this, I don't know if you can see this. There you go, bag balm. I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it. Really weird. And I didn't think I even sold it, saw it being sold this way. But it was in my office, and I stepped on it, and voila, here it is. Now, I don't know how many people out there actually believe in manifestation, just like out of thin air. Like I don't even know where this came from. I swear, I don't even know where this came from. I'm in this office every day. I'm pretty aware of what goes on here. Nobody comes in here with me, by the way. I'm kind of, you know, kind of closed off. And yet, this thing magically appeared. Wow, crazy. Miracle number two. Miracle number three has been an abundance of prosperity and incoming clients and people from all over the country, as far away from it as Orlando, Las Vegas, and every day it's coming in like a river of money. What do I attribute that to? Honestly, I think it's all about clearing your subconscious mind, getting rid of all of the negative programming junk that people place on you, whether it be family, teachers, professors, clients, colleagues, definitely friends and family are like number one. They want to box you in this like thing, and that's how they relate to you. And they don't want to see you get any higher than them, honestly. Colleagues are the same way. People, old colleagues that I've worked with, and it's very, very limiting. So I just snubbed my nose at it and said, no, I'm not doing any of that. I'm doing my own thing. And as a result, it's coming in. My vision board has a lot of pictures on it. uh, of cool places. I mean, like New York City, the East Coast, they're coming up. California, that's coming up too. And it's just been incredible and amazing. So I got to say, all praise to God. I do have an update. I do have an update. Let me see if I can do this the right way. Hold on for 1 second. All right, so we're gonna go back to uh oh boy. Okay. Yeah, there we go. So we're back to Rottingham, the Rottingham update. You want a Rottingham update? This is pretty horrible. I don't know if you can handle it. I can't even handle it. So what happened was, if you remember the Christmas episode, somebody actually gave me a rotted ham for Christmas, right? Just thought so little of me. They actually did that to me. And uh, no nice way to say it. So I'll just say it. Fair enough. This woman who did this uh, checked her into a mental hospital. Yeah. Uh, and she couldn't get out. They wouldn't let her out. Um, Now you can't make this stuff up. While she was in there, she was Merry Christmas. Okay. It's sad and it's awful. I don't understand. I still don't understand the hatred that was exhibited towards me. I think that was really weird to give me a rotted ham for Christmas. I forgive her, but I remember it, as my dad would say. My dad was very forgiving, but he also remember things. Just as a precaution, because I don't want this happening down the road. Really crazy, crazy news. So, the connection principle. How come all this great prosperity is pouring in? I got to give it to the 369 for the whole Tesla thing. I think it's so important to really remember vibration and frequency. And again, what is vibration and frequency? Vibration, I'm talking vibration. It's the vibration. I'm vibrating my thoughts and my wishes and my best intentions out to the universe. True. And that's what it is, vibration. You got to speak it. Speak it. And remember, going back to in biblical terms, you'd say, well, uh, life and death is around the tongue. It all starts there, and you want to proclaim, and also you want to declare out loud, verbally, and with belief and conviction. That's where our frequency comes in. So, what frequency do you talk to yourself in? I see a lot of people talk to themselves in very negative terms, and they'll say things like, "Oh, well, things just not working out for me. I'm not one of these people. I can't change." I hear this a lot. I don't want to change. I can't change. I am who I am. Popeye said that. This is so absurd. So anyway, if you want to change your frequency, man. Get excited about life. Get excited about what God has put in front of you. Get excited about what you can accomplish. Use all of your skill set. Be vocal. And if you must, I would actually do this. I would actually learn a new skill every month if I had to, every 30 days. Build yourself up. The mind can actually retrain itself to create new realities. Reprogram yourself. Give yourself an upgrade. Frequency. But negative self-talk can really be a bad thing, because frequency can work the other way too. It can go negative, low numbers, low frequency. um, Let me give you an example. I have a next door neighbor. He's, something else. And the other day, we got a little bit of a surprise. We got about 2 inches of snow out there. Maybe not even that. Maybe like an inch. It was a dusting, right? But he's one of these types that has to go out there and really just make a big show. So he's out there with his shovel, and he's working hard. You can hear this the shovel hitting the pavement and scraping it really hard. He's going, boom, boom, boom. And he's going, damn it, damn it, damn it. And he's cussing, and he always does that when he works. And kind of like cursing himself. I don't know what he's so mad about. There's no one else out there. It's a Sunday. No one's bothering anybody. And the energy that you create around yourself, think of it as like a bubble, right? A big bubble. It kind of like waited for him, because I think it was the same day, a little bit, maybe 6 hours later, I heard him coming out of his house. And he always slams the door. And he slipped and he fell down the stairs. And I think he snapped his ankle. And he let a huge F-bomb. It's so dramatic and unnecessary. But what I'm saying is, when you project this stuff out into the universe, out into your local energy field, and you hold yourself in this really angry state or a state of limitation or lack, things will fall into that frequency, and you'll experience negative things, which you don't want to do. So I got to tell you, the prosperity thing too. I had to set people straight. I had a bunch of job situations come in, and I'm going to work, but I'm going to work as a contractor, because what came along with some of these job descriptions were things like corporate culture stuff that I just didn't want to do. I mean, it's bad enough going out Thursday nights for beer and chicken wings and picking on the staff and your bosses and just venting hatred, which I don't want to do that. I stopped going out with the group a long time ago. And it was the idea of, well, we have Nerf gun wars and we have, what was it? We play with balls. I don't want to play with anybody's balls. Okay, number one. They got the big ball pit like Chuck E. Cheese. And it's gibberish. I mean, I don't want to do any of that stuff. And they sit there and they create ideas and um not making this up. The guy who sent me this thing wears a crown like Freddie Mercury from Queen. He wears a red dress, cape, gown to work every day. Yeah, somehow, yeah, I didn't want to work for him. But what happened was I somehow got taken off the job prospect list and I got put on his email list, which is really even more frightening because now I get to see how he thinks. And the stuff he sends me about his company is so bizarre. How am I doing that stuff? So what ended up happening was my company is thriving, it's taking off, and we're clocking in, 1,200 a day. It's going out in that direction. Just change it around. The only reason why things are moving in a quick, fast direction is because of the belief system, the resistance to past programming, right? I was a kid that got slapped around by nuns. All right. So this is like, I'm just telling you the way it is. And karmically, listen to this. Karmically, it's not really great because they my old school, right? Our Lady of Grace in Muskegon, Michigan, that's where I started, is going under. You gotta wonder, it's got a whole legacy of kids getting slapped around and just a negative vibration of all that stuff. I'm still Roman Catholic, but I'm just saying, isn't it weird on a cosmic level that school is actually done, and so is the church. That church, and that's my first church, really. I was baptized there. It's so weird. Um, and I'm not saying like, ha ha, revenge, victory or anything like that for myself, but I do think it's kind of strange that when you see these things happening, don't gloat, but at the same time, it's kind of like, well, would you look at that? Kind of interesting, it's just it really is. So just take notice. The other day, I was thinking about some snacks, which is really crazy, and my my mom went to this market and she actually brought back this big bag of like Ruffles chips and some sour cream and onion dip, which is I was actually gonna go out and buy some, and she actually surprised me with this. So the thoughts are real. Energy is a real thing. Your brain, your ideas are real things. Everything around you started with a thought. Even this thing, the bag bomb thing, was a thought, and it magically appeared in my hands. Prosperity. Got a whole notebook right here of leads, jobs that are coming in on a daily basis. It's all coming in. Everything from incredible healing, from getting slashed up by a plate, walking away without a scratch or no scars or anything. Even the scars that popped off my thumb when my stepfather threw a broken beer bottle into a trash can when I was a kid. That's all gone too. But you know what? The funny thing about that, I don't know if you can see that. Don't give me a hard time. How about this? The only reason why that kind of stuff happens is because I offer forgiveness. I give out forgiveness and I let it go. You have three bodies: your physical body, the one that gets slashed up with beer bottles and plates. Thank you. And the one that actually remembers things, my spiritual body, subconscious mind, and my electric body, my vibration, what I carry around with me, what I decide to carry around with me or not. That's our third body. And unfortunately, a lot of people carry things with them all throughout their days, such as resentment, unforgiveness, anger, right? Um, it's important because that'll hold you back. That'll stop the flow. And I should know because I've got cousins of mine. God bless them. They're struggling. Some have been to prison. Some haven't really grown much in the last 20 years. They're still the same frequency, let's just say, without being too personal. And I don't see much change in them. I went to mass this morning. I got to say that the most important thing we have is God's grace, God's energy. A lot of people are anti-God these days. Got to tell you. Thank God for myself and the seven sacraments because I hold them holy and valuable. And I am intrigued with the amounts of unlimited flowing grace that comes from them. Confession is a scary thing for some people. They don't want to go to confession and confess their sins to a man. So they say that's a hip thing to say now. No, an ordained priest, someone who's there to wipe away your energetic flaws. You want to do it through meditation? Some people even hate that. I get hatred from all sides. The New Age people, the Christian people, the Catholic people, and the Christian people think they're different, and so forth and so on. Watered down, fluffy gospel people, New Ages. I got to walk between this landmine of just thought beliefs and thought systems. And people get really, really upset. And if you really want to arm yourself, there's that whole thing for the to really explain the faith and explain your spiritual growth and like basically how to defend it with the apologetics, the books. And it's a rebuttal for every slam, slander, cut down, criticism, ridicule, harassment, amusement, negative slurs from the uneducated. To me, that's a well worth investment. And I suggest if you really want to defend your faith and where you stand in this world, to look into it. So success leaves clues, but so does failure. Kind of a hard episode, this one. And I don't mean it to be. It's just that a lot of things happen. All right. So I guess my closing thought is the tipping point. I want to create so much momentum, so much faith, so much grace, so much abundance that it comes into a tipping point. Because to me, that is a really interesting place to live. Every day is magnetic and incredible and full of prosperity and unlimited abundance if you use your gifts properly at that right frequency. So I want to give a shout out to one of my authors. I don't know if he's a hero of mine yet because I disagree with him on some of his philosophical theology, but I do like him. I like him enough to buy his books. And if I could find them. Ah, where is it? No. Uh, oh, here it is. This book, Allow, which I think I want to reread again, actually. You see that? That's Matthew David Hurtado. He's right here. And I do think he's quite brilliant. And he's talking about mastering the law of least effort to receive your desires. I want to read this with a clean mind after I've been through this 100+ day experience. It's triple spaced in some cases, and it's actually 180 pages. So I should be able to go through this in an hour. I mean, literally, if I speed read through it, because idea here is to do the least bit amount of work, and you can manifest things. I think those are very light thoughts about how the whole process actually works. I think really it's a lot deeper than that. I think also you need to really get real with who you are, clean your subconscious mind. It took me about over a month of constant meditation to just wipe it out. And I didn't have to pay a whole lot of therapists. I did it myself. If you go back to the early episodes, it's great. So what do we manifest? Healing, right here. Healing. My feet. I had plantar warts too. They're gone. I got perfect blood sugar. I'm rebuilding my body as we speak. Lost tons of weight. In fact, this shirt's baggy on me. Look at this thing. It's just like it's a joke. This is a joke, man. Look at this. This is my old clothes. That's what I used to wear all the time. I mean, it's unbelievable. Good Lord. Um, so manifested love of my life. That's Miss Leanne right over here. I manifested the East Coast. Gonna do it again. I've seen amazing miracles happen over and over. And it's like having God on remote control in a sense, because you could find lost objects, you could heal yourself, prosperity, the love of your life, peace in your family, which you always have to be on guard for because if you got a big family, there's always something happening to somebody. Keeping sane, manifesting those amazing spiritual tickets for the Stephen Furtick Elevation Ministry. That was pretty cool. Last minute, instantaneous manifestation, and always be on the defense. Not so much defense, but on the watch guard for new opportunities. I mean, honestly, just like the best part about it for me is like waiting for God to show up because he's so fascinating, and to know that vibrations and frequency are real, as Tesla said, and William Atkinson from 1909, also known as Mr. Dumont, and his many pseudonyms, and we studied that on the show as well. So much to be thankful for. Anyway, this is probably the last episode of the Miracle Mind Shift, and we're going to be doing new episodes, and maybe the emphasis will be a lot less on me and probably more other people. But I wanted to let you know that either I was going to sell all my stuff, all my metaphysical books and stuff, if it wasn't real. I said, well, what's the point? Either this stuff is real or it's not. And I'm going to put it to the test. And I want to see where I'm going to be after 100 days. And the truth of it is real, 100%, even more than I even expected. And everything moves on a molecular level. I would even say a cellular level and a molecular level and an atomic level. That's why you can do things like long distance healing. You can do things like prosperity, long distance healing, sending your energy, healing yourself. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. That's in scripture. And it's true. It's not some science fiction book. It's absolutely real. And let you know something else too. I lost a lot of friends over this thing, colleagues too. And I don't care at all, actually. And as long as I see the truth, I'm saved by the truth and delivered by the truth. I don't call home my old family and ask for money ever. But some do over here, yeah. But do they want to actually learn the principles of breaking through? No, they don't have time. They're not even remotely interested. So I don't know what to tell you, man. But as Jim Morrison once said, no one gets out of here alive. Jesus says it like this: I am here to add more life to your days and give you hope. He is the light. Wow. You say, we don't like Ted Cantu because he's too religious for us, or he's too metaphysical for us, or he's too East Coast for us, or he's not New York enough for us, or he's not Detroit enough, or you're not Muskegon enough, or you're not Chicago enough. You're too Detroit, and you're too. I mean, my God, it's like so freaking crazy. Or you're not U of M enough, or you're not Eastern Michigan University enough, or you're not Ann Arbor enough. There's another one, and I've been getting this stuff my whole life. And you know what? I am enough. Greater is he who lives in me than he who is in the world. You like tongue twisters? Try that one because it's absolutely true. Keep the fire of Christ in your heart, your mind, body, and soul. And I guess my last parting thought is don't treat the Bible like a history book. It's a living word, promises of God. So when you get doubts, don't say, well, I've never been smart enough to do this. I've never been, you know, I've never been too bright in this area to be successful. That's not what God says about you. That's not what God says about you. God has promises for you. Look them up. There's books on the promises of God. In the future, we'll be talking about theology and extended episodes of the Miracle Mind Shift. It won't actually just be all about me, right? It's going to be about other concepts and books, authors, and new people that I haven't even met yet. So I can't even tell you what's going to be on it, but it's going to be awesome. And I will say, God's promises are really what counts. Self-negative doubt, talk, and just self-condemnation should have no place in your vocabulary. Always look to make your life a life that you don't want to escape from. Then you'll understand. And I might be misquoting him, but I think the Dalai Lama once said, was it success is an inside job? And if it wasn't him, it was probably a Hallmark, a Hallmark card. Well, I heard it from someplace. Anyway, my name is Ted Cantu. That's all I have for right now. If you want to get a hold of me, you can always do so at the Miracle Mind Shift YouTube channel, which is at hotmetrofinds.com. You can always give me a call at 248-277-6141. And you can always email me at tedcantu@gmail.com. And you can always find me online at tedcantu.com. And some new projects are coming up with Hot Much of Finds, really cool business directory, having the time of my life. And I hope you enjoyed being here and seeing these episodes. And thank you for watching. And you can always find us now. We got a Reddit channel that we just developed. So if you want to pop over there and ask us a question, by all means, and you don't have to leave your name or anything if it's something really sensitive, to your personal being. But I'm there to answer any questions and give insight. So thanks for watching. And remember, if I can overcome all my traumas and problems in life, you can too. Okay. I want to thank you for watching. Namaste and God bless.